This is Sophie Aldred with The Legend of the Travelling TARDIS.
Hello, and welcome, fellow Whovians, to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. We are here for some history. We are reviewing the 5 Doctors, the amazing, the one, the only, the 20th anniversary special of Doctor Who, shot during the Fifth Doctor, near the end of the Fifth Doctor's reign, and it's going to be a great show today. I'm super excited for this. My nose is itchy as I'll get out. Excuse me. But no, we're going to have a fun time, as we always do. Please leave your thoughts in the comments so we can address them. We're going to be rating this episode 1 to 10 TARDISes, so by all means, give your rating in the comments so we can see what you guys think of the 5 Doctors. And let's see who else we've got here. Oh, since we're close enough to the spooky season, let's bring in Reverend Amagon, because
if you have ghosts, you have everything.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's a going.
Excellent.
It's a funky day.
It's a funky day.
It's a freaking cold.
It's a funky town. Do, 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 funky town.
Speaking of funky,
let's see if who else we've got. We've got the Candyman. That's some funky. Except there he is.
Hey weird. Guys, it's Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Boom. Straight into the segue. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I know in the US you've been celebrating Veterans Day. In the Commonwealth, UK, and all the Commonwealth countries, we've been celebrating Armistice Day or Poppy Day or Remembrance Day, whatever you want to call it. Hence why I've got poppies rather than candy.
There we go. And it is Remembrance Day here in Canada too, but I don't have any poppies on me, unfortunately.
Shame on you.
Yeah, shame on me.
Even
who else
Tom's
do we have? Huh?
Even Tom's got a poppy.
Even Tom's got a poppy. Ah, there we go. Yeah, my reusable poppy went missing, and I did when I realized that I haven't been out to actually pick up another one. So there's the poppy. But let's see who else we've got coming from the Smoky Mountains. The one and only Mark Muncie. Mark, what have you got there?
I've got my Secret Wars Doctor Who.
Holy moly!
My Peter Davison autograph.
Ooh.
But that's what I thought of, like 5 Doctors. This is what we should have had for the 50th. Something like that. But hi. Yes. Hi, gang. How are you?
Oh, no. Put it back.
No, that's much scarier.
Okay, put it back.
But yeah, thanks for having me, guys. I always love talking classic Who, so glad to be on.
Love to have you guys. It's always a pleasure. And of course, we've got our producer, our showrunner, our founder, the one and only Mr. Christian Basil. How you doing, sir?
Not bad. I had a great time this past weekend with the Daleks of Florida over at Makers Fair Orlando. You're going to be, in fact, if you know, at the request of Candyman, we were to give a moment of silence for our fellow veterans, but I also made a special video for them. So if Mr. Candyman, if you want to lead it out for the moment of silence, go for it. Not exactly sure how to do this. And you're muted. You're still muted.
I'm already am silent. That's why I was muted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So
okay.
if you want to lead this off.
Yeah, I was going to suggest if we go, should I just do a minute of silence or 2 minutes of silence? I don't know how you guys.
1 minute's fine.
Okay.
2 minutes,
So
and everybody thinks there's something wrong with this.
When the clock goes 8 minutes, and we'll just go in a minute silence. Just turn off all them. Can someone just turn off the mics on?
Yeah.
Do I bring Gadget in while we got 15 seconds?
No, let's leave the Gadget out. It's just a hot dog fest tonight.
Oh man!
All right, start. Let's get started.
Okay, let's go now. Right, I just want to say for all those who served in the Army, Air Force, Navy, or any military and emergency services, thank you for your service. And least we forget.
There we go. Thank you for that. So with that.
Also, wait, hang on, Dave. I did create something a little bit lively for this moment there. So hang on a second. Let me see if I can find it. With the Daleks of Florida, of all places. So hang on. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Here we go. And for those of you who have served our country, thank you so much. We appreciate your service as always. And we hope you enjoy this little clip. I threw it together this morning. Enjoy.
Let me see your war face. Ah! That's the war face. Now let me see your war face. You don't scare me.
Big difference between Veterans Day and Remembrance Day in style of observation.
In style of observation. But still important there.
Yep.
Speaking of important, Gadget's going to kill me. Just leaving around. I can see her backstage going, well, I'm going to plot and plan his demise. So, you want to bring her on in?
Sure, let's bring her in. Hey, Gadget.
Hi.
Wait a minute. You know how this works.
Oh, you're right. There we go.
Sausage party at the travel.
Yeah, you never ask the universe to bring you a brother. You end up with this. I wanted a little brother, a million brothers and everything. But as a proud daughter of a Vietnam vet in the Bravo Company and everything, I salute all those daughters of Vietnam vets and other veterans today that we never forget and everything. And for those who have PTSD from the war, please seek help with your friends, family, and everything. There are places that you can talk to because it was a time that was bad. I'm going to say it politely like that because most people don't realize what people in war go through. And their mental state is one that we have to protect, especially if they have families and stuff. So to all the veterans, please be safe.
And also thanks to all the vets families out there that support their vets. My goodness, that's something I think a lot of people don't talk about as much as sometimes the families have to go through just as much as the soldiers at home just to keep things going and to keep the home fires burning. So thanks to all them too. We where would we be without you? So.
So let's do some happiness right now. Let's start with but it is a weeping birthday though, because this person plays one of our weeping angels. It is Sarah Louise Madison. She turned, I'm just making sure I get this right and everything, because did I get she's supposed to be 30. How old is she now? 22 or 23?
I tried to look it up too. And
it's like she's hiding her age. Last year I thought she turned 21. So I was figuring 22, but then someone told me no, she turned 30. And I was like, no, that doesn't sound right. But for some odd reason, she's one of the elusive. So is she really a weeping angel?
Yes.
You know? Because she hides in the darkness.
I still had that fanfic idea of if we... It was only done because Jodie turned into an angel, and I said, you know, it would be a cool idea if the weeping angels infiltrated the Doctor by sending in a weeping angel disguised as a human.
That would be interesting.
And the weeping angel doesn't know how to act human, so she's stumbling around and stuff like that. So there's a little comedy, but it goes back to like Turlo, like the weeping angel is sent in to investigate, do reconnaissance, and eventually meet the Doctor's demise. And then the end, does the weeping angel go through with it after she's learned everything from the Doctor? It's like, does she become a better person in life, or does she go through with what she was programmed to do? So it's not the first time that's happened, but I mean, like, I thought it was cool, and she would be great for it.
But I really want to know how old she is, because she's very mysterious with that and everything. So who knows?
She just updated her look, and I don't know if she has blue contacts or if she naturally has blue eyes, but she went blonde, and I was like, wow.
Yep, I just saw the pictures on Google and everything. That's why I was trying to figure out. Because people say she's 21, some say she's 22, because that's what I was averaging. Others say she's 30. I'm like, I don't care. As long as she keeps acting and we can bring her back to Doctor Who, maybe in Christmas 2026. Who knows?
There you go.
Years ahead.
Hey. Also, speaking of doctors, we thought we saw the last of Matt Smith. No. Everything. He's now starring in the adaptation of Nick Cave's novel of the same name, The Death of Bunny Monroe. I gotta make sure I say that right. It's a 6-part series produced by Clerkenwell Films for Sky Atlantic. Say that one fast and everything. And it's supposed to set to premiere on November 20th of this year. I'm just trying to find the streaming site. I think it's on BBC, but I'm not sure. It might be on also other streamings, but they haven't really listed it. But mostly it's going to be in the United Kingdom, so I'm guessing BBC or BBC iPlayer and stuff. But he plays Bunny Morrow, and it's a misogynist middle-aged salesman, takes his son on a road trip around Sussex after his wife's... Can we say the word? It starts with an S. At the same time, a serial killer is inhabiting the area. So it's good. This is good. I think he's turning from the bubbly fun Doctor now to the darkest. Maybe he's the Valeyard. He's taking on a lot of dark roles.
He was a cyber controller.
I mean, he's a versatile actor, so yeah, of course.
Yeah, he could whatever.
And a fellow dyslexic, so I will always praise him for that one, because especially that episode of Doctor Who with the kid and the... How do you pronounce the dinosaur ones? Oh, I forgot. And everything with Madam, and stuff like that. And Vestra, yeah.
Silurians? I was thinking dinosaurs on the spaceship.
Dinosaurs.
Let's go like...
how do you pronounce it?
Silurians.
Silurians.
Yeah.
And he was talking to the kid about his dyslexia. So I was like, that's what I'm saying, That's just passing the torch, saying, don't worry about it, And that's why I love him for that. But speaking of our 11th Doctor, we got a surprise for everybody. It seems that we might have found what happened to Amy and Rory and stuff, because it seems they're making a podcast about their adventures on the show and everything and stuff. So it's supposed to be it was featured on Doctor Who Unleashed, celebrating the 20th anniversary, to let them know that they were starting their podcast. But I'm looking to see where we can listen to it at first, but Radio Times blocked it out on me again.
No, it's not out yet. That's why.
Okay.
They don't have a release. They've recorded several episodes, but they haven't actually set the release date yet.
Yeah, because it was mentioned, it was everything, but when I went to look for the dates and everything, couldn't find them. And Radio Times keeps blocking me on things, so I've been trying to deal with that. But also, we already know Land and Sea is coming for BBC in UK in December, January for the rest of us on Disney Plus. Please just take everything with a grain of salt, because you have old Who arguing with new Who over the name. I'm not going to start that riot or anything and stuff like that. I'm not going to, whatever you want to call them, just know it's imaginary. It's going to be fun, hopefully. Because you know how Doctor Who spinoffs are and everything. They either can go one way or the other and all that. But just watch the show. Stop opening up a can of worms and tossing it into the ocean with all the name changes and everything else. Just watch the show. Watch it for its quality content. Watch it for its graphic content. Watch it for its, art style. Whatever. Just stop. And everything, because we also got hoaxed with this AI thing with Tom Baker. He is not doing any events. Facebook had an AI generated image and stuff, and they confused it with Tim Baker, who has a Christmas event coming up and everything. So, you guys found that for Arthur. Perfect. Everything.
It took a moment. Sorry.
Yeah. But, guys, right now the news is all wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. I mean, if you had joined, like I had mentioned before, Unit's game that they had where you became a member of Unit, you got a sneak preview of extended scenes from the Shooties series. You had adventures and stuff. The way the world of Doctor Who right now is, it is so out of sync. Like some of the episodes, I think there was an episode where the Doctor was out of sync and everything. We just got to take everything with a grain of salt. We know for sure Land and Sea will be airing. We know we had AI generated stuff, and we have now a podcast coming for Karen and Arthur soon and everything. So we know those are facts. But please, guys, just remember, it's the world of Doctor Who. It changes constantly. It's been on hiatus. It's been whatever. Just take it with a grain of salt and just enjoy it. Because too many people are reading into it. And it just was a show that was designed for kids at first, that adults loved, especially years later. A lot of teen boys and everything too. And it almost made it here to the States with Fox. That didn't work because Sliders did that. And we did get it back. So please, this year, for next year's Christmas special, just wait and see. Let it be a surprise, a present that you can open up. Most people don't get surprised with presents anymore. Let this be a present.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I did like the fake AI generated logo that was on Tom Baker's shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I did like that logo, the modified diamond logo. That was actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. But everyone proved it was fake.
Still kind of cool.
So let's hope. So this will be the end of the news for now, because all we're going to do is hashtag some old stuff, and everything. But if you guys have anything else you want to chime in, because I heard we made 91.7 views or subs, or how do we do it? Or Facebook?
Let me look at the numbers here in real time.
So if you're watching, guys, if you found that damn QR code, can you please keep sharing it? You guys just got to pay for my plane ticket, but share.
we're up to, and again, thank you everybody who gave us a shot. It's 91,745.
Oh wow!
And the goal is to try to hit 100,000 at the end of this year, or before the end of this year. And that's just me being selfish. And there it is, right there. Yeah, there's your little QR code to scan it out there. Plus, a couple other things. First of all, ask my dog what was her favorite Doctor Who podcast. There she is. So there's our little girl, Summer. You've seen her before on the previous shows, but she was cold today. Yeah, I was it you, Tom, that was saying that was like I had to put socks over my sandals this morning in Florida.
No, but that's funny.
So there's some around.
Oh, you'll be fitting in. You fit in New York. We wear socks with sandals.
Yeah.
And we do have one more birthday that came up.
Yes, that one. I was trying to see how we would bring that wonderful person in and stuff.
Just to say it straight up.
Well, Faith, you have a very happy birthday today because you are our classic 13th Doctor, and we're going to try to get you a birthday present. We're hoping we see Jodie and everything, because I think these guys are heading to MegaCon, right?
Actually, I hate to spill the geek tea on this one, but she does have a present coming. She knows she is aware.
Oh,
so
okay.
What happened is she was going to get the gift, but Jodie didn't show up. It involved Jodie, but she is aware of the gift. But we're hoping this year Jodie owns up to her promise that she's supposed to be coming this year to MegaCon, which MegaCon has been very quiet about the announcements. I think the only announcement they got a few people. I think James Marsters from Buffy, I think, is going to be there, if I'm not mistaken. I know the four
and a few of my anime friends are going to be there. There's they're starting to build their guest list.
They're starting to build their guest list, but they used to do it a little bit more earlier. In fact, we are still, and people don't understand this little concept. Just want to let people know. When it comes to us at the community center, especially all the acts that you've seen before, like Phantasmagoria, Kitchen Killers, and all that, it's kind of like Disney's entertainment. We have to re-audition every year.
Every year.
Yes.
There is nothing. Yeah, Mark, is like we have to justify why we're coming back the following year.
Same as New York Comic Con, Anime NYC. You have to prove to them that you're worth it for the year after.
Right.
Dragon Con, all that. Yep. If you have a con that does have like one of those apps where you can vote on your favorite panels, your favorite do that. If you want somebody there, go to the app. That's what they look at first and foremost to see retention, who got the best reviews, all that. That's how you get invited.
I always say have them put a QR code at everybody's table and have everybody scan and write 1 to 10. Like, what do they want?
Usually, like I said, most of the bigger cons have the apps. I know MegaCon does, DragonCon does, and always do that. That's 100%. Check if there's an app and you want somebody there. There's usually a comment, who do you want as a guest? But also every panel usually has a rate 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 or something like that.
Yeah, we saw that last night when I brought the list saying, who do you want to be at MegaCon? It's like, Sarah?
Brian Blessed.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not who do I want at MegaCon. It's more the question is, who are you gonna spend it on?
Yeah,
right.
And it's like, okay, well, I want this particular person, but I was just like, I would love to have the classic guys back. Somehow Tom Baker could show up. I know he doesn't do planes anymore.
No, he's limited right now. His health is really.
Yeah.
Why can't we bring these guys over for 1 year and bring them over, or have it like a group thing that they had like a Pensacon?
Yeah,
all the doctors show up. I'm just like, I don't.
A convention not be named used tablets for their breakfast of doctors that were in England while the rest were here in New York City and stuff.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That was actually pretty fun. I watched some of the videos of that. That was pretty cool. I always go back to that one community episode where they had all the prisoners participating in class on like all these iPads on Segways. Just bring a Doctor Who, have Tom Baker and some of the guys just come in on the little iPads on Segways so they can walk around and ride everybody.
But guys, she's in for a very good birthday present. And that's why I was trying to figure out how to say it, because I was only hinted a little bit of it and everything, because I want to see her face. She has been asking to meet Jodie. She has been asking for a ton of things like that. So she deserves it. She does and everything. And I'm hoping this year at MegaCon she gets her best birthday present ever.
Well, there we go. And there's some other thing I wanted to bring up. Let me see. Okay. Well, not necessarily news, but some just fun news. Of course, if you know anything about the traveling TARDIS since you've been here in recent years, since its conception back in 2012, the 25 days of Humus will begin, and this is actually one of the first pictures that I took of my Christmas tree. the TARDIS and Ralphie. So there will be more pictures like that coming along the way. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel for those of you who are on other things, who are on other ones. By all means, please, the Facebook and YouTube is the best one. But if you're going to be watching on X or any other channel, that's totally your prerogative. But I'll remind everybody at the end of the show as well. Next week, I'm sorry, we don't have a banner yet for it. Still getting Billy on this. Next week, we'll be doing 2 episodes live, but we're not going to be doing them here. Monday night, I will be at Billy's location, and we'll have a special Kitchen Killers pre-show for the Thanksgiving Day episode, which will be taking place on the 21st, this coming Friday at 9:05 p.m. So this Friday, we're going to be joining forces with Billy over at the Kitchen Killers. We still haven't even. Billy was on his show a couple days ago, looking for a title. Yeah, you were there, Candyman. He was still figuring out what
it was a pre-show of the pre-show of the show.
It was a pre-show of the pre-show, but Billy and I will be doing a pre-show.
You guys are doing the pre-show on the 17th, and no TARDIS on the 18th, and TARDIS will air with Billy on the 21st.
Well, there'll be no episode on Tuesday, so it'll be, what is it? Whatever. My calendar's a little slow, so whatever this coming Monday is.
17.
The 17th, really? Okay.
Yeah, and no 18, which is us.
No
usually.
18th, yes.
And the 21st is the Friday.
We'll be at 9:05, and it's going to be combined Traveling TARDIS, Kitchen Killers. We can't wait. It's going to be exciting. So please mark your calendars for some really cool stuff. And
I'm going to try to make the Friday show because of things here. But if I can't, you guys enjoy all those meals and everything.
I will be over at Billy's, and everybody else is doing the cooking. So
yeah.
And like I said, Candyman was over on his show the other night, and they did explain what was going to happen. They got like 2 boxes ready of barbecue sauce. They're making a 3rd. Billy's ordering a heck of a lot more, so we're not sold out again by chance. I mean, we'd love to sell out.
We're putting the orders in for MegaCon too.
Oh yeah, we're already. In fact, Billy and I are having a discussion right now about where he's going to sell it at his table. I'm going to sell at my table. We're going to have a competition to see who sells out first. So yeah, but that. Sorry, we'll have a banner out hopefully by Monday night when I go join Billy. But again, please go over to. And make sure you subscribe over to the Kitchen Killers, because Billy puts out some great entertainment. You want some great music and you want some great recipes to try out for yourself. Please go over to the Kitchen Killers after the show and subscribe to their YouTube channel or their Facebook page, and catch Billy Monday and Friday nights on his channel as well. So, and I think, is that it?
Yep. Unless we have any other news or anything, any other thing coming up.
Nothing
and stuff.
What picture is this?
Oh,
that's you. Okay, I'll explain this one. Let me let me bring him over. Tom came down and came to visit me. We had a nice little, I guess, brunch over at the IHOP. And Tom knows about my Christmas tree. And if you've ever seen our Christmas tree, I'm not trying to flaunt it off too much, but it's really amazing. I mean, what's transpired over the years. And Tom knows I like to add an ornament to my tree, especially the idea is that because we would normally lose like 2 to 3 ornaments from the previous year. We always were constantly replacing them, and then we would do a little gathering and say, okay, this is the new ornament that's going to go on the tree. And Tom bought me this grilled cheese sandwich ornament. And
I thought it was a pastry one.
In honor of Tom, this was the first ornament to go on the tree this year. So thank you, Tom, for my grilled cheese.
I gotta find him a New York City one.
Christmas tree ornament. So that's what that's about. And there's one other thing I'll tell you about, but I think we'll go to a commercial break and then we'll start the show. But there is one other thing I want to introduce, Dave. But you're the host tonight, so you tell me what's going to happen after you unmute your microphone.
After I
can tell everybody.
I had to blow my nose. First, let's just say happy birthday to Ramona in the comments.
Yes, I saw that.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Ramona.
One of our regular viewers. We love all of you. And go ahead, tell us what the last thing is, and then we'll go to commercials, and then we'll start the show. And we'll start off. I know Mark's got a
with Mark.
Sorry.
Just well, let's Mark start it off too. By the way, we do have a TikTok channel, and it's up to about 2,800 people. But it's amazing what you will see when post. First of all, this is a video of R2D2 and Dalek Hal together. I caught them over at last year on a Maker's Fair. And let me get rid of the banner for a second so everybody can read what's going on. And I just put that up there, and the background music that's playing between the two of them is called "Why Can't We Be Friends." The cover is done by Smash Mouth. Originally, it was done by War. So it's just the two of them, and the video runs like 30 seconds, and then all of a sudden I saw this posted on the TikTok. It was just like, I just posted this. It was supposed to be like a fun, friendly thing. And a gentleman, which I scratched out the names because I didn't want to be doxxed, but it's still on there posted. They're still talking to each other.
No, leave it. It's perfect.
I left it up there. So if anybody wants to visit over there, I guess that's not necessarily doxing when they still have when they posted it. The person
and the first comment too, which is interesting.
It's the first, not only the first comment, but that comment is still, they're still chatting, which is kind of scary. But the comment that, just in case you're listening on the radio shows, the comment that was made was Star Wars is better than Doctor Who, which is a fact. And this was the best diss I've ever heard. So Doctor Who Christmas specials are far better than Star Wars Christmas specials. Yeah, I went there. So, wow.
Well, you can find out more about the Star Wars holiday special on Happiness Patrol show.
That's true.
That's
true. So
in a couple of weeks.
All right.
Amazing what you will see when I'm like, we have so many posts and so many weird things that happen. So
you guys just hating on Art Carney, man. Come on.
Well, it's literally like coming to my house, eating my food, and telling me how disgusting the food is, and then still eating it. I mean, you're still there chatting and saying,
I agree. Why can't we be friends? We should. Doctor Who and the TARDIS are good. So, oh my gosh. Wow. Let's do commercials.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're going to go on for another half hour and still not talk about the show.
What are we talking about? I've forgotten.
What a schlag. Yeah.
Yep.
Commercial break. Here we go.
I'm author Mark Muncy.
And I'm author Erica Lance.
And this is Eerie Travels.
Greetings, travelers. Join us as we travel through folklore, myths, monsters, legends, and dark history.
Now, we'll be your guide to the spooky side of reality as we discuss cryptids, paranormal, and all things preternatural.
Sometimes we find the truth is way scarier than fiction.
We're on twice a week on your favorite podcast platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, and YouTube.
We have amazing guests from all of the areas of the strange and unusual, including witnesses, investigators, and more.
Yeah, with Erica's curiosity and ridiculous array of pop culture and true crime knowledge.
And Mark's decades of experience diving into folklore and the legends with the truth that's behind them.
Yeah, so join us, travelers, as we take you to the edge of reality, and we'll see you on the other side.
So what's your favorite Western? Is it this one or maybe one of these? Is it a revisionist Western, an anti-Western, or maybe it's an all-time classic? Whether your favorite Western is in black and white, vibrant Technicolor, a spaghetti Western, a neo-Western, a comedy, or maybe it's only really Western in spirit. Whatever it is, this is the podcast dedicated to determining the top 100 Westerns of all time. Every second Monday on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. It's Horses on Film.
Are you a movie nerd? Do you collect VHS, DVDs, CDs, records, and so much more? Are you looking for clothing from 1940s to 2000s? Do you need cosplay or themed outfits? Come to Ducky's Vintage. We have it all for all budgets, located at the Oviedo Mall right off of the 417. Ducky's Vintage for those born in the wrong decade.
Are you tired of toxic fandoms? Do you wish we could go back to being happy? So do we. We created the Happiness Patrol to get away from all of the toxicity in fandoms, in life, and so we decided we wanted to do a show about something that makes us happy. And in the first season, that something is Star Wars. So join myself, Cameron, Scott, Jessica, and Melanie on Happiness Patrol at youtube.com/@happinesspatrolshow.
I didn't listen to that voicemail. I'll tear open that letter you sent. Don't you tell your friends I want you back. I gotta leave you now and unread, because you've already said those words that switch my heart to dead from loving you. So you'll stay ghosted and I'll stay focused. I'll sew in close. The spell stays unspoken, a dark silhouette of a marked man and broken. Right down. I didn't listen to that voicemail. A TikTok, that story you sent. Don't you reel me in to get me back. I'm gonna leave you now.
Hello, I'm Sadie Miller, and this is The Legend of the Travelling TARDIS.
And we are back for our review of the 5 Doctors. Welcome back to The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm gonna just say, we had the commercial for Horses on Film, which is one of the shows that I'm on. Unforgiven has been our top-rated show.
Nice.
As far as the ones that have been aired.
Nice.
We are, yeah.
Wait until Blazing Saddles comes out.
We have reviewed Blazing Saddles. I won't tell you if it beat Unforgiven or not, but we have reviewed it.
Which version of Blazing Saddles?
What?
There's only one version of Blazing Saddles.
There's an edited there is an edited version.
Yeah,
that doesn't count.
No,
Okay.
The edited version is this: Blazing Saddles. Credits.
Yeah.
We do talk about the animated version, though. There is an animated remake.
Yeah.
Paws of Fury, and we do talk about that one. But no, we're recording these in advance. We've had 3 come out, and we have finally dethroned Unforgiven. I won't tell you what episode that this is. You'll have to subscribe to find out. But we have unthroned Unforgiven. It'll get bumped to number 2 on our list in coming weeks. So you have to tune in and find out what that is. But I will say, unfortunately, to our friends over at Erie Travels, it is not, in fact, Tremors 4 Back to Perfection.
Oh
no,
that's fail.
We're basing everything on the IndieWire top 100 westerns. That's not on it.
All right.
We are going to be having other movies that are not on that list as bonus episodes. Whether Tremors ends up in there or not is to be determined.
It's subjective, but it's subjective.
Exactly. We have a conversation almost every week. What is a western?
Whose magazine did the top 100?
IndieWire.
Okay. Oh, they're trash. It's fine.
Yeah.
No.
Guitar is their number 1, and I have no idea how that.
They didn't put Bruce Campbell on the top 100 actors of all time, too. So screw them.
Yes, definitely trash.
Fair. I mean, I want to, like, a year, 2 years down the road, once we've established ourselves, I want to try and get a hold of IndieWire and see if we can get the people who made the list onto an episode, so they can tell us how did they come up with this? What was the methodology behind this?
I remember we interviewed the guys from PC Gamer when they did their top 100 PC games of all time. We interviewed them, and they were all talking about, they actually had some fights in the office trying to figure out, does this game count? And why was this one not even considered and all that? I can only imagine if you're doing Westerns, that's such a...
Yeah. And we go, there's stuff on that go all the way back to the early 1900s, like back to silent films.
Oh yeah. Great train robbery.
It's an interesting list, to be sure. And we do talk about some of the other lists that have come out that are top Westerns. You know, Cowboys and Indians came out with a list. I think Guardian has a list. There's everybody's done a list. But that just happens to be the one we landed on.
Let me know. We got to have an Erie Travels Best Western list, so that's coming.
There we go. I'll
put that on my list to make happen.
There we go. We'll definitely have you on the podcast one day, Mark. You've given us a list of episodes you want to be on, and we'll get to it. But that went on way long. That was way longer than I babbled. I just wanted to give something short.
Let Mark tell his side, and then
Hey, it was Armistice Day, and now it's Veterans Day over here. We can go on all kinds of tangents. Why didn't we review Battlefield today? That would have been a good one for this.
Ooh. Well, we didn't. We're talking 5 Doctors. Mark.
5 Doctors. There's battles in that. There's battles.
It's true. Lots of them. And so Mark Muncy, Mr. Mark Muncy, what do you give a rating out of 10 for the 5 Doctors?
When it was 20-year-old me watching it, I would say 9 out of 10. It was probably one of the greatest things I ever saw. Now going back and watching it again, I still give it a solid 8 out of 10.
All right.
But if you want really good fun, Riff Tracks Live did a version of it.
I saw that.
It was amazing. And I would say if you watch that with it, it's a 10 out of 10, maybe even 11.
Hey, Billy.
It was incredible. That was one of the greatest things. They can't release it because BBC and other things like that.
That was good.
But you can get the Just the Jokes version and download that, and it'll sync with the video while you're watching the video. They actually have an app that syncs it, so you can still get the jokes and watch your copy of 5 Doctors, and it's pretty epic. It's fun to do. But yeah, this episode, I gotta say, had everything you wanted for a 20th anniversary. We didn't even know we wanted this stuff.
Yeah.
Having so many past companions show up. Susan showed back up. Who thought that was going to happen? And then, Jamie's little cameo there, and just so many fun things. And then, of course, the return of Sarah Jane, even if K9 only had a blink and you miss it cameo. It was, the mild.
Just ignore that outfit. That outfit. Oh.
Well, yeah, and the mild slope that they had to use a rope to get her up.
I know.
Yeah. a mild
rope
10
and Bessie.
There's really no rock quarries that she could have.
No,
wasn't a rock.
That is that outfit. No.
Later. Of course, Anthony Ainley eating up all the scenes that he was chewing. Oh my gosh, the master at his best. And of course, we had some fun Gallifrey stuff going on. And then, of course, the finale. Oh my gosh, I don't want to do spoilers, but that finale is classic Dungeons and Dragons DM there. To lose is to win, to win is to lose. Oh my gosh, that is perfection. If you were a DM at all in the in the 70s, you used stuff like that over and over and over, so you knew where that was going. Again, Terrence Dix did amazing stuff with it, and I love that he hated the Doctor Who joke when you listen to the commentary. It's incredible. You couldn't ask for better. The only thing was Tom Baker didn't want to participate because it was so soon after his jumping ship, so he felt like it was gonna drag him back down for some reason, and because of that, it nixed a little. But they did get to use the Shada footage, which was Douglas Adams writing. So of course that knocks it up a notch, in my opinion. So,
and they got to use the wax figure of him
for the photos.
The bad tan.
Yeah, from the Madame Tussauds. That was great. And those pictures, they're still all over the internet. But man,
I just saw one with the slingshot. Did you guys see the one with the slingshot?
Yeah. But I love he's got that pose, because you could get your picture with him in the museum. So that's why he's done that. He's in that same pose for every picture.
I would have paid money if they used the actual wax figure in the episode. Somehow made it work.
Yeah, that would
have been it. But I saw this picture on the internet, and I wanted to throw this out over here. But I thought if it was going to come close to it, this would probably be. There you go.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
Everyone's sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get another like 5 Doctors until Big Finish did a couple, and I'll be honest, Big Finish picked up the torch and ran with it, and it really sets the bar for how a anniversary special should be. And I think that's one of the sad things is I don't think we've ever quite lived up to 5 Doctors, or a couple of those Big Finish. Dimensions in Time is incredible. And yeah, anyway, that's my review, and I'm sticking to it.
All right, Candyman. We'll go through it. We want to make sure, because like I said, Mark Muncie's got to go.
I'm gonna have to dip very soon, gang. Thanks for having me. I wish I could stay longer, but EerieTravels.com if you want to hear more spooky stories and watch me nerd out about Tremors. So
awesome.
And I'll see you guys on the other side.
Thank you, sir.
Stick around as long as you want, and thank you for joining us. We love you. You know, we hate to see you go, but we know it's a thing that has to happen.
Yeah. Hate to see me go, but love watching me leave. I get it.
I can only
wouldn't go that far.
I can only pay him so much an hour. So
I know. But
you get paid.
I know you get paid.
I gotta be on another Bigfoot show, gang. I'm sorry. All right. Love you. Bye.
All right.
Love you.
Thank you. All right, Candyman. What do you give this fabulous episode?
Okay, you guys are sitting down.
Yep.
Let's begin. I'm going to give it 2 scores. Now I'll tell you the reasons why. I'm going to give it a number 9 and a number 10. Because there's 2 versions of this story. You got the original 1983 version and the 1995 25th anniversary or something like that, the special edition version.
The extended version, kind of.
Yeah, like extended special edition version. So I'm going to give that a 10 because they did do some better visual effects. I'm going to give the 83 a 9. This is one of the episodes I keep on going back to. If anyone wants to ask me what's Doctor Who all about, I will put this episode on. It's one of my go-to. I want to watch classic Doctor Who, and I don't want to watch a whole hour, 2 hours of Doctor Who on one story. This has everything. It tells you about the different Doctors. It shows you Dalek. It shows you Cybermen. It shows you the Master. It shows you the Time Lords. It's got everything. It even shows you a bit of Unit. Everything in one show. It's so compact. The only thing I would probably give it negative for is that I want to see more stories with the Rassilon. Is it the Rassilon robots?
Rassilon robots.
Rassilon robots. They are awesome. I would love to see the Doctor going up.
Tom, do you have the? Can you upload the Rassilon robot?
Let me look it up.
Thanks.
Because it was one of these sort of things. Yes, it was just like a person in a thing, but it'll be such an awesome thing. Even if it was just like a renegade Time Lord managed to control 5 of these Rassilon robots to take out Cybermen or Daleks on a completely different story, I would love that. And I don't rate many episodes, as you guys know, a 10 out of 10. But one of these episodes, I just love it. It's one of these things. Richard Hurndall did as you can see on your screen at the moment, did a reasonably good job as the first Doctor. The interaction between the first, the second, third, and the 5th Doctor. I would like to see what the interaction was would be good with Tom Baker, but I understand Tom Baker didn't want to do this, which is fair enough. And like Mark said, because remember, Shada wasn't aired, or you could not see Shada anywhere else, and so when they put the Shada clips in there, it made sense because Shada was never aired because of the strikes back in the 70s.
Right.
Because I'm not sure you guys know, but in the UK, that week there, that's a Rassilon thing, Bob, and it fires spears from somewhere. Don't know where, from his hands, but it's all inbuilt. So I just think they're good. And he took a squad of Cybermen out in like 5 seconds. These are people this robot is the one you do not want to mess around with. You think Daleks are scary? This one beats them. But yeah, I just love it. I can't put a negative thing. Even if you watch it today, okay, the special effects, yeah, they're okay. They're a little bit dated, but on the whole, look, that was just like, if you ever guys seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, this is the rabbit. This is run away. This is what these Cybermen should have done.
I just like that the Western robot is anatomically correct.
You mean the Power Ranger wannabe?
Yeah.
You got a dance belt?
And he's packing more than spears out of his hands. So there you go.
More than a flesh wound, just a bit.
Yes. More than a flesh wound.
So that's why I'm going to give this a rating, and I don't normally give it a 10. So I am actually, if someone asked me, like I said just earlier ago, if someone asked me, can I watch Doctor Who? This will probably be one of my go-to episodes.
All right. No, that's awesome.
I'm also Dave, can I add to the Rassilon Warrior? Here's the thing about the Rassilon Warrior. They're supposed to be the most perfect killing, quote unquote, the most perfect killing machine ever devised. It's the only time we ever see them on Gallifrey ever again. And these are supposed to be top-notch weapons. You know, you're thinking about like the Moment and the other weapons that they supposedly use against the Daleks. These guys are supposed to be bad arses. And we never see them again. And I'm going to say this, when they were coming up with the cyber Time Lords, I was like, these guys could whip their butts. Just like they're supposed to detect movement. I mean, like, and then you just shoot these things out of their arms. And it's just like, yeah, I would love to see what they would look like today.
I would make a good crossover between going on for that versus the Predator.
Oh hell yeah, especially today's Predator. So yeah, I think that, you know, you could tell it was just a person in a suit and they had a mask on. But it's just like, I don't know why when I was growing up looking at that, they were terrifying to me. And I knew it was a guy in a suit, but it was the way that they shot the thing out of the arm and they were killing off Cybermen like they were just, you know, nothing. I was just like, I would love to see how this guy would take on a Dalek. You know, could there be a fleet of them? But they were supposed to be the most perfect killing machine ever devised, and we never see them again, ever.
Because they're just too damn good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they move like lightning, so you don't see them anyway.
Exactly. It's one of those things. They have the power of a weeping angel. I mean, just like if you don't, you know, if you do the wrong thing, you're already dead.
I have to make a funny pose to do it. Ha!
Yes.
So if an angel attacks, if you're not seeing it, but they move so far, that would be a good thing. Them versus weeping angels.
But they did that jazz dance as they go from one place to the other. Yeah. Like, so, yeah, but I did love them.
So we've thrown our format out the window. I'm just pulling people at random here, and we're doing our reviews.
It's just whatever.
So let's do Gadget. Gadget, what do you give this episode?
Well, now I don't know which one I watched on Tubi, because now that Mark said there were like 3 versions of this thing, or 2 versions, I just went and did my research, and I'm like, okay, so the only difference with the other one is they extended dialogue and cleaned up the little triangle thing and stuff and everything. But with me,
they also had deleted. They also had out pieces of the thing that they did not. What am I trying to say, Mark?
I have no idea.
It's like they had an extended version that they
added deleted scenes in.
Exactly, they added deleted
scenes.
Yeah, because when I first saw this, it was out of order on PBS, and I think an episode was missing or something and stuff like that, what threw me off, or however they had it, the way they did it, because they were cutting it down for time or whatever. And I was like 7 years old when it came out. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And I see like the cheesy writing, all this stuff. And me being like a kid, I was trying to copy the writing and all the other stuff, things like that. And then I'm hearing like the dialogue and I'm like, okay, this seems interesting. It's like a scavenger hunt. Then I would see like, I didn't see most of the stuff I saw now watching on Tubi, the fight scenes. I think PBS did cut a lot of them out. And for like, I don't know, maybe because kids were watching or whatever at the time. And I didn't know about the underground tunnel. I didn't know. I just remember seeing Sarah Jane climb across the thing that they showed, but not the underground tunnel with the Brigadier. I know his arm got stuck. And then when I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, this would have been cool if I had seen all this. And then I'm watching intelligence Cybermen, like actual intelligent ones that aren't like, did they downgrade when they got into the new series? Because these ones actually were talking and were thinking. And I was like, were they really robots, or were they individuals like the way it was with Capaldi, and they became like the way Pink came like, what is it, sentient or whatever, right?
Revenge and Cybermen were complete robots at that time period. But then these were cyber neomorphs where they just combined with one faction of Telosian and another nomad faction. So they became this whole nice thing for the 80s. You can see, but of course in Silver Nemesis, you can see the mouths, so they're painting their chins to give more reflection of there is still a human inside the body.
It was just still funny to watch intelligent Cybermen as they were setting up the bomb and setting up all the other stuff. Tegan being her normal, usual bossy self and everything. Susan breaking her ankle. And I don't know if that was staged or not or anything and stuff, because there's theories on that one. I heard that she really did sprain her ankle during that, and that's what happened and stuff. But otherwise, it was fun. It was interesting. And I like how you get the twist at the end where, like Mark had said, like you win to lose, lose to win. But I also love that people didn't realize there was joke writing also on that stone, because now I just noticed it as I'm older when the way they wrote the Gallifreyan, and also run away, let me finish this, run away, let me finish it. I was like, that first Doctor was almost going to get punched and everything, the way they were acting. But please, everybody else was dressed okay. Why did Sarah Jane look like she had a maternity dress on? I don't understand. I looked at it and I thought, what? My cousin had something similar. I'm like, why is she wearing a maternity dress and everything? And I thought maybe she was pregnant at the time. That's why she wasn't in a lot of the scenes or whatever. And then K9 was trying to warn her and stuff and everything. Because I didn't know if this was from K9 and Company, or was this like Sarah, like what this scene they took her out of, because they were taking them out of each other's times. And like everybody was so confused when they saw each other. But I would have loved to see what the fourth Doctor would have done in this too, at that, because having Romana come in and talk to all of them, that would have been fun and everything. She would have taken the companions the way the Doctor would have taken the Doctors, and it probably would have had a little more structure to it and stuff. But otherwise, I was just more laughing at the special effects because the scroll started burning before they even closed the thing. It's like. How did I miss that as a kid? But you don't notice that until now. And you're like, okay, they took one out and it's already setting on fire. And everyone's like, close the lid, close the lid. You could see the face, close the lid. And I was like, I was laughing more at the special effects and the bad lines than anything in this one. But it was fun.
Yeah.
Like they made fun of themselves. That's what I liked about this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. That's the one I used to see.
What would you give it, Gadget, out of 10? How many TARDISes?
When I was younger, because I missed a few things out of there, I would have given it an 8. Today, maybe an 8.5 because of that I know the cheesy special effects and everything makes it more funnier. Especially when one of the guards is missing his helmet while everybody else has a helmet. I was like, wait a minute, what the heck happened with continuity in this episode?
What's continuity?
It's
Continuity.
Doctor Who. It's Doctor Who.
Continuity.
What is continuity?
I was like, are they trying to say he's the villain or he was something? I was like, wait, where's his helmet? Like,
Yeah. Nah. Who needs continuity?
yeah.
Tom, do you need continuity?
Yes, I do.
Oh. Do you have opinions on this particular episode, given that there's the lack of continuity? What do you give this and why?
A negative? No.
I thought you would have wanted those figures.
I like the Five Doctors because it's technically the first Doctor Who story I watched. I can say City of Death, but I changed the channel or it was during the pledge drive, so I didn't know what I was watching. But then when the Five Doctors came on sometime afterwards, oh, okay, what's going on here? All these doctors going in and they're jumping into a blue box. So I had fun with it. The sadness about no Tom Baker, but at least they used the clips from Shada. Seeing anytime there's a reunion, I always like that. So we have First Doctor showing the clip from when he said, "Someday I'll be back. Yes, I'll be back. Until then, there must be no something, no something, no something. Until then, something, 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 and something, something, something." Say what? Then to see another guy take his place. Okay, probably because of age. The second Doctor coming in and saying, "Oh, I see you've redecorated. I don't like it." The bowl cut here is like, well, kind of the idea he went to another jacket because they could not find his coat from Abominable Snowman, so he went to the different coats. Okay, so little things you find out here and there. The joke about it was Liz was supposed to say the joke to John about the whole, but he liked it so much so he said teeth and curls, based on Tom Baker. The fifth Doctor coming in. Oh yes, you are now going to be Lord President. Say, oh, that sounds much like my reign of the Guardians of Gallifrey when I destroyed everything. But it was all in fun. You know, there's a Rassilon, Master, and everything else going on. So yes, the Cybermen, everyone gathering together. So it was a fun thing. I enjoyed it quite a lot. And then, of course, I picked up this from Big Finish, The Five Companions. Gene Marsh, Peter Perez, William Russell, Sarah Sutton, and Lee Wilkes, Nick Briggs as the Daleks. So what happened to Nyssa? Yeah, she got in there. But you had the older Ian, you had the older... what's Peter's character again?
Why does he look like Bob Barker?
Oh, it says on the back.
He does a little
That's
bit.
William Russell.
Stephen.
Okay.
So we had
No,
Ian,
he's
Stephen,
talking about William Russell.
Polly.
He does. Look at the picture. I'm like, wait a minute.
But they never explained why Sarah Kingdom came back. So that was just that hint saying, because the Time Lords brought everyone in, they also brought in the Daleks and the Centaurans in the story. So because it was a chess game being played. So it was nice expansion from Big Finish. I applaud them for that. Got it years later, of course, and involved Peter coming back as a fifth Doctor. So it was a grand old time. I love the three Doctors, and of course, Death World being now the prequel to what would have been if they could have done it that way. Very, very dark story. But this being the sequel to, in between what happened during the Five Doctors. So if you can find this for a nice price, I suggest getting that as well, The Five Companions. So this is of the two anniversary stories, I like this one the best. So I do give it a...
Peter Perbs plays Stephen Taylor.
Yeah. Stephen Taylor. Ian Chesterton and Stephen, they're both old, but then they come back and say, Sarah, how are you still alive? Well, we'll get to that someday. They never did. She,
emotional item.
Mission of the Unknown. Mission to the Unknown with was that the story? I don't remember anymore. But yes, I love this one. This is number one of the two stories we have reviewed already. Then we'll get to the next one when we get to the next one. But I will give it And since I don't remember, all I remember the difference was the special effects when they were plucked from time, and the TARDISes, instead of going this, they went different way. I don't remember any different deleted scenes, but I still would give it a high. Let's see, well, compared to what we have now, 9.5 out of 10.
All right.
I'm reading Jim's comment because that's what one of the other things I was about to talk about, continuity.
I don't think I got to see that scene. I think I know what he's talking about, Jim. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, let me read his comment. When the Doctor was driving his car, and he came across the Master when he backed up, he said, "Hey, George." I could have said "Bye, George."
Yeah, by George.
But I thought he said "Bye, George," meaning that he recognized the Master. He knew it was the Master, but he didn't recognize the Master because this is an Anthony Ainley version. But he recognized that this was an interpretation of the Master.
By George, it's
so
you.
I don't know. I'd have to look back at it. You might be right, but I think that's I think I remember that dialogue.
It's now officially just that's what it is in my head now.
It's not George. By George.
Could be Boy George.
Hey, George.
Boy
I'll
George.
come for you.
Culture.
That's got to be a mem now. Somebody's got to make a mem of it.
I got my own little master. I'm going to hug him and squeeze him and call him George.
Yep.
Now he's a new companion. Timescale says, it was by George.
You know what? Since we're in the comment, what else do we got for the comments section?
Okay. We're bringing the comments.
Before we go to you.
Nicobat says, I give it a 7. I love the use of the clips to explain where the Doctors were and when they were captured, which I do like too, when you know exactly what point in the time reference that they get hit. The episode was well done for the time, and it's a shame Tom Baker wasn't there to participate. Thank you. Thank you, Nicobat. And if anybody wants to join in, make sure right now, go ahead into the chats. Try to see if you can out chat me. Let's make your rating between 1 and 10 and why, and we'll probably put your chats up here. So Dan Holyfield, make sure you check him out over at The Last Man Standing on his YouTube channel. This episode is why I bought my first VCR back in the day. It'll be a 10 looking back. It's still a 9 at least. I got a long story about the VCR thing. So Timescale says the 5 Doctors rates a 7.9 out of 10 on the Timescales with 219 ratings and reviews. I personally give it a 9 out of 10. Rose Kirby says, hey, I will give the 5 Doctors an 8.5 out of 10. The stall they make any sense, and only 4 Doctors were seen. Well, yeah, Tom couldn't be there. We can't really blame the production company if an actor goes, no, we're not going to do it. But it is what it is. So
yes, I can.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Hang on a second, because we were talking about this earlier. Raj says my favorite part was when the 3rd Doctor and Sarah Jane were dealing with the Cyber Guardian on Rassilon, the Raston robots, which again they need to come back, for crying out loud.
With dance belts.
With dance. They were doing the jazz dance.
One rule at Comic-Cons, when you're wearing a unitard, please put a dance belt.
Fully anatomically correct. Rod says I give these 4 Classic Who serials episode 8.6 out of 10 after watching them on Doctor Who Classics here in the United States because of the cheesiness of the special effects that were done. Jim says I give it a 9 out of 10. I thought it was pretty good, except for that alien protector that took out the Cybermen. Hey, I like
I like them as well, you know what I mean? But it's okay to disagree with us, so it's all good.
No, not this time. Not this time. No.
Yeah, what would they do against the Weeping Angels? That would be interesting.
They're supposed, like I said, they're supposed to be the most perfect killing machine ever devised, according to the 3rd Doctor. And I would think they would have had like a billion of them.
So why did they survive when the Master destroyed the planet?
Probably cost cuts.
Did they get melted?
Yeah,
well, remember,
or the Time War.
remember when Unit did that stupid thing? It's just like, oh, they were cut costing Unit, so they no longer. I'm like, probably the same thing with the rest and more. Hey, does anyone realize 6 weeks today? It's 23rd of December. Will that be your Christmas show? Are you talking about the anniversary of Doctor Who, which would be this month? Would be the 23rd.
No,
no, talk about our Christmas show that we have.
Since it'd be Thursday for Christmas,
We have
are
no
we gonna do
idea
a
what
Christmas
we're doing
show?
We have a special going on. I don't want to release too much because we haven't gotten confirmation yet, but we should be doing a very special Christmas episode, and hopefully we'll get more information as it gets closer. But I think we're just the folks I'm waiting for after the holidays to give me a more specific date. But we'll let you know when we do our Christmas special, regardless. And we will be reviewing 2 episodes of Big Finish, which are Blood on Santa Claus. It's the one from Neb Fountain.
Yeah.
Claus of Santa and Relative Dimensions, which both take place are Christmas stories. And I really wanted to bring up Jim's comment. Oh, when the Doctor was driving his car, no, and he came after the Master when he backed it. Oh, that was the Boy George.
Yeah.
Oh, George. Okay. So yeah, we got to break in the chats right there. So
by George's Skew.
There you go.
So, what do you think of this thing, Christian?
What thing?
this whole 5 Doctors thing that we're talking about.
This thing of a tanned Tom Baker statue and all this other fun stuff. Like, it's a parody to begin with.
It is a parody to begin with, but yeah, let me get right to the point. I would give it. What was it? Mark, you said that if you were your younger self would give a really higher number. My younger self would have said 10. But also, I want to give everybody perspective for my younger self because remember, I had just watched nothing but Tom Baker. That was it. That's all I knew about Doctor Who. It started off with a robot, ended with him falling off a tower and turning into this young blonde guy. And I thought that was Doctor Who. I was like, it doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. And then the PBS managed to procure some money, I guess, or got some grant or something that they mentioned the 5 Doctors. Now, keep in mind, I'm coming in at the 4th Doctor. I don't know anything about the other 4 that are happening, let alone, Peter Davison as being the 5th Doctor and taking over. So I had no idea what that was about. So the first episode I actually see of the 5th Doctor is the 5 Doctors. And then it goes into Castrovalva. And that was supposed to be like I guess a reward or a special for PBS getting funding, big funding. So they played the 5 Doctors first. So I had no idea about these other guys. So when I hear kids growing up and talking about, the Doctors beforehand, and I wrote an article about a kid who walked up to my table and said, I love Matt Smith. He's my favorite 3rd Doctor. I was like, nah, let me tell you about my favorite 3rd Doctor. This was confusing to me. It was still fun because it was Doctor Who, but I didn't understand at that time. And the older that I grew up, the other Doctors started coming in. And then, then they said, oh, by the way, there's this 1st Doctor, there's this 2nd Doctor. And my boy was 4? Okay, fine, whatever. So I then I started getting into the history of things. So I would currently rate this right now 8.5 for everything that was mentioned. It had cheesy special effects, but what can you do? My favorite cheesy scene of it all was when John Pertwee, the 3rd Doctor, and he just says out great balls of fire. I'm like, of all the things you could say. And not only that, but the time scoop was just hysterical at that moment. It's like, yeah, that's the perfect picture for the time scoop right there.
But they let him do the U-turn. That was funny.
Oh yeah, I was just like, okay. But I like the idea of the time scoop. But I'm just like, why didn't anybody use this beforehand? I was just like, but then they explained, yeah, you can't use the time scoop until you had permission from Gallifrey or I think the Lord President and stuff. And it was just, I guess, looking at it in perspective of the future. First of all, I would have loved this. I wish, and I know it's probably bad to say, I wish we could somehow, an AI would be the only thing to do it, that they would do. No. Big Finish, sorry. Big Finish would redo the 5 Doctors, but now write a story that the 4th Doctor was somehow involved. Now that we
and the missing footage, right?
Not the
script.
Yeah, instead of just him being stuck in a time scoop, that somehow he got out and he became a part of things. How would it look if he did actually, Tom Baker was part of events? I think that would have been cool to rewrite like an alternate 5 Doctors episode, but this time he's not stuck in the time scoop. He's there, and because Lalla Ward is still around, have those two actually interact with what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just my opinion, but and seeing this, now understanding what that was, I didn't even know that Richard Hurndall was replacing William Hartnell, and he does a great job. For what it was worth, he did a fantastic job out there.
Okay,
and the weird...
so I was just going to jump in here, Christian.
Yeah.
Who do you prefer playing the First Doctor, Richard Hurndall or David Bradley?
I'm biased because I technically I grew up with Hurndall, and I think he hit it right. He was emulating William Hartnell a little bit better. There's nothing wrong with Bradley. I just, I think it's just kind of a bias because I saw him in the 5 Doctors and I thought he was cool. And once I understood who the First Doctor was after reviewing it, it's just like, oh, but he was very good about it. I thought he had his take on the First Doctor, and you could tell there was a little bit of him he was trying to add in there of like his version, but he was being faithful to Hartnell's Doctor. It would just seemed a little different, but I mean, there was nothing you can help about that because of what happened to William Hartnell. I think the other thing is, here's the thing that drives me nuts, Mark, is Rassilon. It's just Rassilon when he's brought back from the dead and he's trying to save Gallifrey. And now I understand why, but I'm just like, it's almost like there's 2 different Rassilons. Because here's Rassilon going like, no, I don't want anybody to live forever. And then they bring Rassilon back and it goes, we're all going to be beings of consciousness inside the end of time. I'm just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What's that?
As it's time wise, it's all wibbly wobbly then.
Wibbly wobbly, tiny wimey. The other scenes, I liked how the ending that Mark mentioned, where it was all a game of Rassilon to figure. I thought that was a very cool concept. It's like, no, I put this together so if somebody tried, not only were there safeguards, in fact, to stop them or try to stop them, but ultimately, if they won their prize, to lose is to win, and he who wins shall lose. I thought that was a cool concept, especially growing up. It was like, I liked it.
Now you got me wondering if the what is that one with Tennant and the Master when Rassilon comes? Are these the people that were trapped in his tomb with him on stage up there with the Timothy Dalton? Yeah.
It's hard to. I would think they would have been trapped in the tomb because he was trying to get the Time Lords to go, hey, you want to live forever? And that's why I'm like, this episode, I don't want to open an old wound. This episode, the whole basis of the story kind of kills the Timeless Children a little bit more because he was trying to stop people from living forever. And the Time Lords couldn't live forever, as we've seen in the Twin Dilemma, because this is where, we kind of joke around that continuity is, gone to hell every time something happens in Doctor Who. But, we have stories like this, so it kind of goes whacked out. And am I right, Mark, to say that this area of the UK is just every single planet in the universe kind of deal?
Pretty much, yeah.
X has a picture from there too. He found it. That area.
It's like it's very much West Country sort of style, farmlands and stuff like that. If you ever come over to the UK, Christian, I'll take you to some places, and Dave will confirm that I will take you to some random places.
Oh yeah, all over the place, which is great.
Because what is this? The Eye of Orion?
Yeah. It looks like just like the West Country Dales, you know.
Exactly. It's just like, you could have put a little budget in there. Could you put a little back screen, something to make it look?
I think they had color grading back in those days, especially at the BBC.
Gotcha. Well, it is what it is. But all in all, it was just good fun.
That was just the cheesy part there too.
Yeah, but it's all in good fun. I mean, I love the idea of anytime that even when Big Finish puts out a multi-doctor story, it is so thrilling to see how the doctor would interact with him or herself, and how things would work out. And I love to see that, how now that we've seen Tom Baker, now that he's kind of come off Mount Olympus and he's now doing Big Finish and he's doing stuff with the other actors and how they would interact. How would 2 interact with 7, or how would 8 interact with 4? I mean, it's kind of cool. In what situations? Now we have Out of Time, where the 10th Doctor is interacting with 4, 5, and 6. It's I love these where we can have what ifs if they were put together and how they would work together to try to resolve everything.
When we review the 50th, we should do the 5-ish Doctors.
Oh yeah, I think we'll do. If somehow or another we can pull it, we'll do both of them at the same time. If not, we'll do them separately. But yeah, sorry, mustache. So
I like this for light at the end. This was a great story. It had the 4th Doctor and the 8th Doctor going back and forth with the 6th and 7th because they're always together. They're always having fun together. So I like this story a lot too. The alternate version of the 50th anniversary. So we had the TV and then we had this one. So I'd like to just review this one someday too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What you I'll let you bring it up. Tom, Dave, since you're next.
Oh, I just Jim mentioned that the tomb with the chessboard, the Doctor had no clue how to pass it, but the Master knew how to do it with pie, but different pie.
I'm sorry, but that was such overacting in that scene.
Oh, it was. I mean,
I don't mind that.
Really.
When it comes to the Master, I don't mind that. The Master should chew the scenery a bit. The best Masters are the nutso Masters. I really do think that. But what I didn't like about that scene is he just kind of hand waved the explanation a little bit, which happens a lot in this episode. He's like, oh yeah, it's pie. And then they kind of explain that, but they don't. And it has nothing to do with where they drop their feet. They just kind of hop haphazardly across the board each time. And it's like there's no sequence here. They're landing in between two steps in some points. It's just like no. That's what I hated about the scene was them trying to get across. I did love in that scene though that he tricked the Cybermen, and then when he gets called out on it, it's like, sorry. Here, you go. I'll show you. You go and do it this way. And so he shows the guy how to do it, and the cyber leader gets just shot. Sucker.
Rabbit season, duck season, right?
Yeah, exactly. I really did. I liked that part of that. That's about the only part of that scene that I really did enjoy. I do love the Master in this. He does a great job of being innocent as much as the Master ever is. Because at first we all assume it's the Master that's pulling all of these strings, and that's intentional. Like that's the Time Lord in black. It was always the Master, and so when we find out it's spoiler, Lord President, it's wait, and the Master actually was there trying to help. It was shocking. And of all of the Doctors, I would have thought that the 3rd Doctor would be most likely to accept that, because they always had more of a jovial sparring kind of relationship. The Master wasn't necessarily a force of evil so much as he was an
annoying little brother.
An annoying little brother, an opponent, a respected opponent. He's not specifically evil. He's just not good. I thought I'm the outlier here. I only give this a 7. It's a very good episode. It does a lot of really good things. I think they could have done better. Like, they brought Susan back, and again, just kind of hand waved through the fact that she got abandoned for all these years. They did a worse job bringing Susan back than they did in the 15th Doctor era when she came back and never really gets explained because they cut those scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we'll find that out with the 16th Doctor. But that's another episode. I think ignoring what happened with her did her a very big disservice. I would have liked to have seen Richard Hurndall re-record that speech at the very beginning, because now you've got 2 First Doctors, and that's just kind of confusing. Especially I can only say this, I assume, because I didn't have that same experience that, say, Christian did, not knowing there was a First Doctor at all. How North American kids would be like, "Who's that?" Full stop. And now you've got someone, and then he never appears again. And it might be Richard Hurndall. That might be the same thing, but he's clearly not the same guy. What's going on? So I would have liked to have seen them re-record that speech with Richard Hurndall. I think that would have vastly improved things. I prefer David Bradley personally, but I think Hurndall does a great job here. Pertwee and does an amazing job. We get an amazing second Doctor as well. We get all of the performances are what they should be. I just think they could have done more with a lot of it. There was too many companions, and they didn't have anything to do with them. And we've had that complaint during the 13th Doctor era, where there's just, what do you do with this many companions? What do you do with a drunken sailor? Problem. There's just so many of them. And I loved how they dealt with some of them. I loved how, then they brought in the Brigadier and kind of threw him in, throwing in the second Doctor, because he's not used to that. He's used to seeing them in sequence. There was some really good stuff in here. I don't even care about the effects being cheesy. That's just the era. That's nothing. That's a big nothing burger, as the kids say. The kids don't say that.
No, you're just being silly tonight.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a good episode, but it's a little bit long when you watch it all at once. If you were to watch it in episodes, I think it would be fine. But it felt a little bit long at watching it all at once. It takes a while to really get moving, and for there to be any sort of plot that is recognizable as such. Everything is just very broken up at the beginning, which it kind of had to be to figure out what Doctor is doing what, where each Doctor was. They do a synopsis of all the Doctors' adventures in the Doctor Who role-playing game for each of the Doctors. And they actually go in and kind of say, okay, well, clearly this is where this Doctor got sucked out from, and here's where this one clearly got sucked out from. It's like the third Doctor must have happened between the Time Warrior and Planet of the Spiders, and it accounts for the fact that Bessie disappears during that span of the of his show, because she was getting repaired after this disaster. The fourth Doctor was taking her his time with Romana during her second incarnation, but before their journey to East Space. So like they fit in where this all fits with it, which you can use in the game, as you're fiddling with other stuff. It's really, really neat how they've done that in here, and it gives. I've said it before. These are one of the best reference books you will ever find of Doctor Who, just because they do go into that kind of interesting detail that you wouldn't find pretty much anywhere else. But it was, I was happy when I watched this. I was working my way backwards through Doctors because I was reviewing the Fifth Doctor book. I just finished reviewing the Sixth Doctor book, so I was going backwards. This is near the end of Peter Davison, so I'd watched. It wasn't weirdly okay. I don't know this Doctor because we did know who this Doctor was by that point. He was almost gone again. And I did enjoy it, and I still do enjoy it. It's anytime you get multiple Doctors together, it's an enjoyable situation because they have such different personalities. They'll take the piss out of each other. Happy.
Speaking
Not
of taking the
happy. Yes. It's I love how when the three of them were trying to translate that spire.
It says hello, sweetie.
Yeah, that's exactly what that says. It says hello, sweetie, and none of them are, and they're all confused because that hasn't happened yet.
I think someone did translate that, Rock, or something, because they said there were a lot of jokes on it.
Oh, probably. But they come out. It's like, yeah, I don't think they can do this without me. They're gonna screw this up.
Somebody asked them if they want to extend their car warranty.
Yeah. That is a delightful scene between the three of them. Kind of just back and forthing in amidst everything. And I really did enjoy that. All of the multi-Doctor, I think I would have liked to have just erased Tom Baker from the whole episode. There was they just wanted to be able to say the five Doctors, so he's in there for that little bit of Shada, and then gone. And they again hand wave the explanation. Oh, he's stuck in a time eddy. He never gets out of that time eddy. I'd like to point out. He's still stuck in the time eddy at the end.
No, he gets out. Did
he get out?
Yeah,
obviously he got out, but
it's another scene from Shada, but it's
okay.
It's like a split second. If you blink, you miss it.
I must have blinked.
But yeah, essentially, what was it? Rassilon.
Rassilon gets him.
Rassilon tells him, and because
I'll remove the one.
Where the Doctor comes up and goes, one is trapped, and then Rassilon goes, "Oh, he too shall be freed," and he's sitting there, right, laying next to the TARDIS, and then Romano.
Oh, there's that scene where the scarf gets caught in the TARDIS and everything, and they dematerialize.
Yeah, that was from Shada. All those scenes were from Shada, but I'm like I said, Dave, I don't blame you because if you blink, you miss the whole thing.
Yeah, I must have just gotten distracted and missed that. All right, that's fair. But either way, they could have easily done this and just gone the four Doctors. And yes, I'm sure people would go, but where's my favorite? Where's Tom Baker? But I think where's Tom Baker is better than what we got, which was still where's Tom Baker? I think it would have saved them on the budget because they still had to pay him for that. I assume back in those days, who knows? But I think it would have been a much better show, a little bit tighter if they just pulled that right out and called it the Four Doctors. So that it's not that it's a bad episode. It's just I think they could have done better on a lot of stuff.
Oh, the Four Doctors was an audio from Big Finish as well.
Well, yes, I mean, and that's true. But I mean, they don't that's not canon. So they would have easily done, and it probably came out, and it would have come after that anyway.
Of course.
But yeah, no, I that's why I gave it a 7. So that's kind of my thoughts on all of this.
Dave, have you redecorated by any chance?
Not yet.
No, don't.
I like it.
There's the Four Doctors.
Yes,
we reviewed them. So that was a long time.
That's pretty cool.
Was that the first time he actually came up with that line? Because they keep on using it in Nuru.
Yeah, they use it a lot. I don't know if it was the first one or not.
I think it is actually.
What, in the Three Doctors? Oh
no, didn't he use it in the first one where they both were on the TARDIS with that globby thing?
I think so. I think they used.
Yeah, I think Troughton said it first. I see redecorated. I don't like it.
Yeah, that was from the Three Doctors.
I think so.
The first time
So just repeated for the joke factor.
Yeah.
And then
David did it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like anything.
It's a great little callback joke, and I hope they keep using it all over the place.
How old are the weeping angels in the universe? Billy asks. Too old. That's all I can think of.
Ancient beyond ancient.
There is, and I wanted to address this because we could say that as part of the news. There's a slim possibility of Paul McGann be returning to the show. Very slim, because all we know is there was an article. There's been a couple articles out there that said Paul McGann was hanging around Bad Wolf Studios. So I meant there's the Christmas episode, and there's
a few might be. Let's just put it as, like I said, just watch and be surprised. It's a present. Just watch and be surprised.
I could see him pulling out another cameo, but I can't see him, returning to the show in any sort of proper or necessarily meaningful way.
I get what you're saying, Gadget. This is the only concern that I have. I think people are.
It's like saying Capaldi might show up. It's like saying,
Well, I'm looking at this perspective because there's quite a few people I've talked to, and I know they're not happy with RTD. And the fact that writing the Christmas episode, it is kind of like saying, you know what, you didn't like that restaurant beforehand, but now we're going to go back in a year from now. Mm-hmm. It's like I really don't have anything to look forward to if this is the case. And it's just like, I think people wanted something new. And after the last 2 seasons, everybody, there
was something on a previous thing I just did today. Wanted somebody else to be a showrunner, and I would love her to be a showrunner.
Well, I keep hearing the thing where people are saying nobody wants to pick up the showrunner. I said the guy from Babylon 5 has been at the top of his lungs. Yeah, I'm like, that's no excuse. Bring him on if he wants to do that.
He wants it. I'm going to tell you this right now. He does want it. Somebody is stopping him, and
Britain is stopping him. He's an American. No one, that'll never happen. I will be shocked if Straczynski gets brought on.
If someone could negotiate because he's willing to negotiate. I'll give you that as that. He's willing to negotiate. But also, I really do want to see if they can get this other person to do it too and everything. And there's one more I want them to get.
I think after the last 2 seasons, people want new blood. And that the fact that RTD is writing the Christmas episode, I think lessens. If somebody else were brand new, or even like Stephen Moffat was going to write that episode, I think it would have more an elevated chance of attention for people to go, oh, good. Yeah. I think people just gotten so much bad taste in their mouth from RTD that he's going to be writing an episode, and like, he better escalate it. He better do something.
All I'm saying is they should just do it where they wake up and like it was all a dream.
And there was another comment, Dave, because I agree with Judge Dredd here. He says, I disagree. I think it would have been a disservice to not show footage of William Hartnell with that speech. I didn't find it confusing.
And that's fair. I'm not like, it's not a sticking point for me. I'm happy that it was there either way.
Or do you think they should do it how they did with David Bradley, where they morphed it into?
I thought about that too.
So it's like they started off with the first Doctor, and then suddenly, was it Twice Upon a Time? They morphed the first Doctor.
Yeah, Twice Upon a Time. But I think also, and this is, I think it was it you, or was it you, Candyman, or was it you, Tom, that was mentioning, it was just like they really did a disservice to Susan, which is the speech that he reads to Susan. And here she comes in. Now, I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to make it so like it was already hit the ground running. No time for pleasantry. It was just like we're being attacked by a Dalek and all that stuff. There should have been some more time between Hurndall and Susan's Susan together. So because they're back.
And what got me was, why didn't the Fifth Doctor just hug her? That's what threw me off. Like, they're all there. They see Susan. Hug your granddaughter. You haven't seen her since the first incarnation.
That's a good point. I mean,
at least a handshake, what?
That's what threw me off too. It's like, I was expecting them to hug her. Second Doctor hug her. Third Doctor hug her. I know we didn't get the fourth because of everything. Just everyone hug her because of everything. And it just was like a cheat. Like, if they had continued with Shudi's character, I bet 10 times out of 10 he would have jumped off that bridge of the TARDIS and hugged her like crazy.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
what I'm saying. It was a waste of her return.
Dropping my numbers. Yeah.
And it seemed if you're going to use that speech, it should have been more of Susan's calling.
Exactly.
There should have been more Susan. But then again, I think if you put too much Susan out there, then you dilute the 5 Doctors itself.
Oh yeah,
So
it's a lose-lose situation. I think they could have
and
just gotten away
then
with
something about explaining
Susan.
to Sarah Jane why the 3rd Doctor said what he said when the 5th Doctor showed. Like, what the heck? That was confusing me as a kid.
I think they should have expanded on that may have been able to pull it off because now Susan's back. I think they should have done something more with Hurndall and her together. And now, oh, by the way, here's my other 4 future selves. And those guys should have been going into there. But yeah, she was just treated like a traditional companion and not somebody who was connected to the Doctor after all. And that was a sad. That was a set. They could have done better. And to me, it's the same thing as Susan's return with the 15th Doctor. It's just like, oh, it's an image. That's it. That's all that she woke up. You didn't have a chance to.
From what I could tell, it was going to be so cool, and I'm crying right now because it was. Yeah,
Carol Ann Ford. I'm not saying she's no spring chicken. I'm just like, what? We need to do something with her because the fans like myself and people have been in the past and bringing in a new generation to see Susan. I think
we can't bring the son. We can't bring the. You know what I mean? Because of the storyline that happened with that. If you
we'll talk about that next month.
Yeah.
Then Peter Davison said he currently working on another 5-ish Doctors in an interview a few years ago, and it's right now pending to be no. I think he.
Well, they did do the 5-ish Doctors.
He did the second one. Yeah, right. He did the 5-ish Doctors. He was going to do another 5-ish Doctors, and I think he didn't have the resources to do it. I think he got lucky with the 50th anniversary.
Right.
Great conversation in the comments section about over Michael Straczynski and whether they should have let an American do it. It's not that they shouldn't let him do it. It's that there was mass freakouts when America even got the right to watch it at the same time.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
So this is a British show. It should be here. We should be broadcasting it here first and let the rest of the world have it later. Was a very large opinion.
I saw the what was it, the first one, the Autumn? No, it was Are You My Mummy? Was when I got home from waitressing at midnight, turned on PBS because I didn't have cable at the time, couldn't afford it, and I hear the theme at the end because I didn't know what I was watching, and I had to wait until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning to even see the new Who and everything on PBS. That was always 2 weeks after, but when it came out in the UK, when it first got back and everything. So that's what I'm saying. It's like to have it at the same time is like, wow,
Yeah. And there's only been, I think we established there was only 3 Americans, even with Big Finish included, that have written official Doctor Who semi-canon.
Well,
Sorry. I think the problem this is going to sound, the problem with having like Michael Straczynski writing for Doctor Who, he's brilliant, but the problem you will have, do you think that having an American writer will lose the British, like
what about the Fox movie?
Britishness.
Yeah, the Britishness, like certain words like we had today, like by George, which is very, very British talking. You wouldn't get that because the writer wouldn't actually use that expression. For example,
not using British writers, but with a American producer.
Not necessarily. If somebody understands the Doctor and his demeanor, I think it'd be fine. I mean, you can have Americans, right? How many actors do how many British actors play American roles? It's just like
I know one has a house. You know what I mean? I mean, you would never have known.
I mean, like, what was it? True Blood had all supposed to be American actors. I think like 70% of the cast was not from America.
Wasn't Superman British? Superman's British. His nephew got yelled at because they didn't believe it was Superman.
But it's.
But then you got. Sorry, Christian. But I was going to say about Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, when you did have an American.
Oh no, not that joke.
Then Mel Brooks went, "Well, I'm Robin Hood, and the best thing about me is I've got a British accent."
Unlike all other Robin Hoods,
unlike other Robin Hoods, I speak with
you can interpret that, but I just like saying, I think if you can find a competent, there have been 3 American actors who've done Big Finish, American writers who wrote for Big Finish, and I think if they can get the characters down, that's fine. But I'm at this point where I saw last season, I'm just like, can I have somebody who's actually written sci-fi?
Yes,
somebody in the genre. Who's written?
I'll take a fanfic writer.
When RTD's British, and I think he screwed up so royally with Omega, with the Ronnie and all that. I mean, I want somebody
with you there.
I understand the British aspect, and yes, I think it should remain British in some form. I think somebody should be running it's British, but I mean, my God, I want somebody who understands this character. His world, because when RTD says this is now fantasy, it's no longer sci-fi, you've just taken the heart out of Doctor Who. To me,
how does that one know about Shada?
To me, that it's like it's not. There's a difference between Harry Potter and Doctor Who. Mm-hmm. There's a far chasm between the two.
Well, you did take one actor and turn him into the first Doctor. I mean,
there's a far chasm between sci-fi and fantasy, and when RTD decided to remove that gap, I'm just like, I don't think you understand Doctor Who. And then he continues to make all these things. He opens his mouth and says, okay, the Sea Devils are. And I'm just like, come on, dude, really?
Yeah.
And I understand what you're saying, Dave. It's misinterpreted, but I'm just like, so why did you even open your big mouth? Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, the original.
Just write it. Just go with it.
What was it? They actually are called Homo something. Homo lizard.
Aquarius. Something like that.
Yeah.
No, they got another name. They actually do have another name, but it's not Homo Aqua. It's Homo something. I have to look it up, but yeah.
Well, there's Homo Reptilia for the Silurians.
I love that one. Yeah.
But that's the argument that it's not proper taxonomical, genealogical, whatever. Logical naming.
No, the new name is Homo
Aqua. They've already gone down that path.
Right, but I'm going with
the new name is.
This? Why are we even talking about
I agree. It is going to be such a minor plot point.
It was the same thing when he was talking about people who were disabled they're looking at bad guys. And I said, RTD, I grew up with a dad with a wheelchair. And we didn't talk about, going out and taking down a store or something like that.
I walk with a cane.
I just think he should just shut his mouth. Seriously,
I will back that. I don't even mind most of his decisions. I just shut your mouth. Don't that would solve numerous problems.
Right.
I think they're going for even bad news is bad press is good press kind of a thing, and letting him rage bait people. Dear God, stop that.
Yes.
There's no need to read news. People.
That's why I said in the news. I said, just sit back and watch.
Yeah. Our Davros is not going to have a disability. I mean, he's not going to have a wheelchair. It wasn't a wheelchair. It was a life support machine. He got his ass handed to him by the Thalds. They blew him up. Or the Kellogg's, and they blew him up. That's what it's a life support machine. It's supposed to keep
and he hadn't and that hasn't happened yet. That's the thing. He wasn't born in the thing. So if they just gone, here's Davros beforehand. Okay.
And it's not about disability, it's about upcomings.
Yeah.
It's about when Captain Hook lost his hand because he was fighting Peter Pan. It's an upcomings. You reap what you sow. You did stupid, and this is what you ended up with. No, disability does not mean evil. Disability is just disability. Nobody I've ever known has ever looked at somebody and go, "Oh, they're going to turn what?" Yeah.
Have you met the state of New York? Yes.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and wrap
moving
it.
on.
We're on
Move on, because you just described something.
well, we're on a hard end, so I mean, like, we're
No, I'm serious. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
You just described how I had to battle for 2.5 years.
So, with that, like I said, you're right. We are coming up on our hard end here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
let's do it real fast there. Paparazzo, where can people find you real fast?
Real fast. You can find me Sundays on Spill the Geek Tea. You can find me on every other Monday on Horses on Film. Tuesdays here on the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. First Thursday of the month on Happiness Patrol Show. And right there, Happiness Patrol Show on the YouTube. And in between all that, youtube.com/TheRatHole, DOTCA. That's TheRatHole.ca, but YouTube does not like URLs in their URLs. Tom, where can we find you?
You can find me on Sunday nights on Spill the Geek. I can't find anything. On Spill the Geek Tea. Catch me on Wednesdays.
Retrograde strikes again.
Wednesdays and Saturdays on my regular channel. I do 4 hours of talking. You can catch us, catch Gadget and I and Grego of the Timescales on Tea After Dark Monday nights at 7 p.m. And I think that's it for now. 1, 2, 3, 4 shows. Yeah.
Mr. Canman, you can also see him on Spill the Geek Team. Where else can we find just?
Yeah, you can find me, as I call it, accidentally, the Legend of the Spill the Geek Tea, when I combine both shows into one show, and I'm having a separate show of myself. You can also find me at my Instagram address, which is cyborgt1_cosplay. And what I also would suggest, what we talked earlier on, if you're in the UK, a charity called combatstress.co.uk is recommended by people who serve to powers as a good charity to support. So if you want to support your vets, go and support combatstress.co.uk. Gadget, where can we find you?
Well, since there's no conventions going on right now, unless it's free, I'll be there in New York City and stuff. Most of the time, I just ask you guys to pick up these books on lulu.com. Some are on, this one's on Amazon. And also, let's see, we've seen Legend Traveling TARDIS, my shows on Gadget Vlogs when I can do it on Instagram. Spill the Geek Tea, Tea After Dark, and the GoFundMe that's out there for me and stuff, because I really want to see these guys when we hit 100,000 at MegaCon and everything. Yeah, it's just going to be a crazy few months because still haven't found work, and I'm trying my best to fix this place, and hopefully maybe something will come out of this. Maybe more books, maybe more stuff, but I want people today to be kind, because we definitely do need some kindness right now, especially with the way the climate is and everything and stuff. Please just be kind. Just watch some TV and don't read into it.
Okay, guys, we're gonna go here. Everybody, make sure.
And our lovely.
Before we go again next week, no Tuesday episode. Check me out on Monday for the pre-show for the Thanksgiving Day special, and on 9:05 p.m. for our Thanksgiving special. Thank you so much, folks. Please take care of yourselves. Don't forget to say goodnight to Simon on the way out. And everybody, best to you. Please stay safe. Please stay with your families. Have a great holiday coming up. And Tony, take us out.
Good night.